Hey guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Rock Sound. We are backstage at Reading Leeds Festival 2023. Soft play on the lineup. The lads join me now. Hello, gentlemen. How are we doing?
All right, mate.
Really well. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Let's start with the obvious festival-led question, shall we? Reading yesterday looked like a fun time. How was it for you guys?
It was wild, yeah. I'm pretty achy now.
I'll bet. I'll bet.
I got very excited.
Yeah?
It was mad.
It did look. I mean, it's got to be nice now that you've got a few shows back under your belt now since you've been back. Does it feel like back in the rhythm of things and everything again?
I did think so, but when we turned up at Reading, I think we were both very close to having anxiety attacks. Like
Felt like a lot.
There was so many people and bands and crews, and it was overwhelming. But now we've got the show like under our belt. Like I'm raring to go again, and I feel like the anxiety is calmed.
It's great. Well, I mean, the crowds have been missing you guys. You know what I mean? It's like it's something I've said with lots of artists this weekend. Actually, is because it's so multi-genre now, Reading and Leeds. It means that when there's a rock band on, the rock kids are coming. Do you know what I mean? They want to come.
They're
check
still
out
there, aren't they?
Oh, they're still there. We're still hiding in the shadows, and we're ready to pick our moments out there. But that's got to be so nice because you know that people have been waiting for you guys to come back. It feels like a nice fitting return every time you get on stage. At the minute, I think.
Yeah, like I was worried like no one was going to turn up yesterday, but yeah, it was.
No, there was a moment because the Festival Republic tent wasn't getting super busy. Like there were some amazing acts on, and you're like, where is everyone?
Right, sure.
They're all at main stage. But yeah, luckily we went on, and it was
up.
like, whoa.
They turned on up. And of course, busy summer for you guys because I do want to mention 2000 Trees as well, which is a festival we love, a rock sound headlining moment there. How was your experience there? I mean, it seems like, again, always a really nice, welcoming fan community at that event every single year.
Yeah, that was like our first proper gig
Sure.
back, so it was like, yeah, it was pretty mental, bit rusty, but yeah, getting there now, I think.
Super surreal as well, just to walk on as a headliner
Yeah, it was
straight away.
nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just so blessed to do that one.
Really, really cool. Really, really cool. Well, also back with new music, of course. Let's mention, now that Punkstead's out there, now the single's out there for people to hear. Tell me a little bit about writing process there and why that felt like, I guess, the kind of first taster of what's to come from you guys.
That was literally written off like Instagram comments
Right.
of like people annoyed at us about the name change, and like we didn't plan for it to be like a big single or anything, but
We were like, this is too heavy to put out as a single, so we'll just put it out and it will be like a comeback, and then we'll put out a single. And then everyone heard it and went, oh, this is amazing, and now it's had the most radio play we've ever got, and you're like, oh wow. So just don't try and make singles and people like it.
It felt like coming out swinging, do you know what I mean? Like, you want to make a big impact at that particular moment. To me, it feels like, yeah, why not go a little bit heavier with something like that? I bet it's going down a storm live as well. That's built for live, that
It
track.
feels amazing
it's been
live.
going off. Yeah, it's been nuts.
Yeah, very, very cool. Gotta mention the feature because I'm going to kill my rock credentials here and I don't care. I love Robbie Williams. I'm batting for that man.
He's a rock DJ.
Absolutely. He is famously a rock DJ.
Mate, Robbie Williams is punk AF, if you ask me.
I love that dude. Genuinely. That's got to have been like such a fun. Like, first of all, how did that happen? But also, what was it like actually getting him on the track?
We had like a sort of pre-existing bromance with him where I tried to tweet him a few years ago and he replied, and then like I think he got made aware how much we loved him, so there'd been a bit of back and forth in the past, but then it was either like 6 months or a year ago, I woke up to a video text on my phone at 6 a.m. basically saying, hi Laurie, it's Rob, I love your music, I want to make music like you guys. And I was just like, what is going on? And and then since then we now have like quite a strong little WhatsApp friendship.
That's lovely.
He sent me a unicorn emoji yesterday before we went on stage and said smash it.
I absolutely love that. Do you know what? You got to say this about Robbie Williams. The man loves new music. Like, I feel like I see him in interviews regularly talking and shouting out all manner of different genres of artists. He loves keeping his eye on what's about, right? It's got to be nice as well to have someone like that celebrating you guys he's been through it all, man. That guy's done the lot. You know?
And for me, it's like growing up, that was probably the most played music in my mum and dad's car. So it's like a real thing for me. It's like, he's like a pop superstar. So yeah, big up Robbie. Love it.
Always.
Big up Robbie. When are we going to get that live? Come on. When are we going to get Rob out on stage?
I ask him all the time.
Mate, we want it. Hopefully soon.
It's going to all fall into place at the perfect moment. I just trust that it's going to happen at something
It will happen.
really mad.
I have absolute faith
Robbie
it will
and
happen one day.
Softplay co-headline
Manifesting
Nebworth.
that.
Yeah. Nebworth 2. Let's go. Let's make it happen. I want to see it. So in terms of more new music and stuff, are we basically ready to go with an album? Are we ready to go with kind of more new songs?
We've like got a lot of really good tracks, and we're like, oh, that's an album, and then like we come away and we're like, should we make it even heavier? So
We're still working at it basically, but we're in a good place and we got loads of stuff to come.
we're approaching it in a very different way this time. Like in the past, it's always been get the songs demo or just get the songs written, have 2 weeks in the studio, release it and go on tour. But we've already done like 3 or 4 studio sessions of writing and recording, coming away, listening to them, going back, making them better. So it's a much more considered process, and it's not an accident that Punk's Dead's like the best production we've done. It's like we've gone back and gone, no, the guitars need redoing. Whereas in the past we'd be like, oh, just stick it out. We just want to go play shows.
We're working hard at it now.
We're taking it seriously.
Yeah.
Taking your time, taking it seriously. But why not? That's interesting you say you want to keep making it heavier. Do we feel like that is the direction we're going in, like even heavier than before?
I'd say heavy in like a sort of stuff's like accidentally getting a bit too polished. Like we'll listen back to a demo, and where maybe we record the vocals better, we're like, actually, maybe you should shout it a bit more. I don't know. The reaction to the most recent single, you're like, oh, well, that's what people want.
Just want to like break stuff and have a laugh, and we want to like make music to like soundtrack that now, I think.
Providing the soundtrack for some breaking stuff, I'm into that. That makes perfect sense for us here at Roxanne. I like that a lot. Big plans for the rest of the year. Going out on tour with absolute legends, which is the Prodigy. I mean, again, I feel like that's such a good fit crowd-wise, particularly with that new single and everything, because they have always, primarily from the dance world, of course they cross over into rock crowds all the time. It's going to make really, really good sense. That's got to be exciting to go out and play massive rooms as well with those guys.
Yeah, that was like the last tour we did as well as a band. So yeah, buzzing to go back out with them.
Yeah.
It's such a sort of nod of approval as well. Like Liam and Maxim have always had our back, but to take us back out on tour straight away when they could be like, oh, we've had them before, but yeah, it's an amazing
it's
thing.
Massive. One of the greatest bands ever.
Amazing live act as well. My God,
Incredible.
one of the best in the business by an absolute.
There's a lot of lasers up there.
Oh God, yeah. No, it's. I mean, bittersweet, obviously, but the Keith moment, I've seen that just on YouTube and stuff. I can't wait to see it live in the flesh.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm not gonna like do any sneak peeks. I just want to see it. In real life.
If you're going to the shows, you're in for a treat with that. It's a really, really special moment they put together there. I want to mention, we alluded to earlier, obviously, the name change. Really nice, positive response to that. I think you guys did it for the right reasons. I think you made it. You've already spoken multiple times about it and made it perfectly clear about why you were doing it and all that stuff, which makes sense. I am curious though. Soft play always the first choice, or do you have a couple of options on the list you were kind of playing around with?
Naming a band is so hard.
Yeah,
It's the hardest thing about starting a band.
And it just popped into my head, and I think I was like, don't want to push you, but I really think this is a good idea. ...
It took me a while to come around, I'm not going to lie. I was like... But then again, I was so used to the name before, I think anything would have been a bit hard to get my head around.
It's true.
But the more I thought about it, like, the more it was just like perfect.
Yeah. It definitely. It's also funny, like, names become themselves, don't they? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially the fact that like people have already it's soft play. Do you know what I mean? People have accepted it pretty universally straight. I was like, oh yeah,
wild,
soft play.
Yeah. I even forget to call us soft play sometimes.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so for people to adapt, and it becomes more than the name. It becomes the act. Like, there are so many bad band names that are massive.
Yeah, the
But the
Beatles is a
band
terrible band name. I've
Jam.
always long maintained that. Yeah, exactly, right? It's what it's about underneath it. Do you know what I mean? That's what makes all the difference for
and
sure.
also, we are just soft boys, so it's perfect.
Exactly.
We spend a lot
We're
of our
owning
lives
it.
in soft plays as well. So.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Gentlemen, going to let you go and enjoy the rest of your weekend, but lovely to chat to you. Looking forward to even more new music, and welcome back, I guess, man. It's really
Thanks
good to see
for having
you guys,
us.
all right? Good to see you. Soft play, everybody.